Welcome to Bigfoot
and the Bunny.
This is a couple's journey into the mysterious,
The unknown, and the
paranormal. I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I'm your host, Kristen Johnson.
Together we are Bigfoot and the Bunny.
And we are live. Welcome to a bonus episode of Bigfoot and the Bunny. If you're out there in Facebook land or YouTube just cruising around, give us a click because this was unexpected. We were just on our friend Greg Costa's show, Metaphysical Crossings, doing Estes Method experiments. If you're watching this as a replay, you can go and find out by looking for Shadow Hunters Paranormal on Facebook. Shadow Hunters Paranormal and Events, I think it is now, and give that a listen. We've got a little setup to tell you about, and I'm going to bring Greg right on because we were just talking.
God, I love that intro. I love that music.
Thank you. That's actually our bloopers. Some of
our.
No,
I mean between that one and Dark Horse. I mean,
thank you.
Dark Horse is just. I could run with either one of them.
It's wonderful. Thank you. Dark Horse is actually Chris and his kids laughing.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I wrote that like 10 years ago
and he
had on
did
my
the
laptop.
Music, yeah.
I did a Bigfoot and the Bunny music too, but it's all made from samples. So I don't know. But we narrated over it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's catchy.
Thank you so much.
But hoping some people join to just see this. It's just a bonus episode out there.
Comments on.
We just figured what the heck we'd broadcast live. Why not? Why the hell not?
Why not?
Just talking about our show at Metaphysical Crossings.
Yes.
And the name of the page now is Shadow Hunters Paranormal. We know that. Is it Shadow Hunters Paranormal and Events? Is that what people should look for?
In the paranormal investigations and events.
Investigations and events. All right. Excellent. That's cool.
I put a post on there, and I put a post on my page.
Beautiful.
So.
And
we'll see what happens.
You also do a show on Fridays, and it's Shadow Hunters Paranormal, and
it's the same. It's the same page, but it's the Shadow Hour. And this week, we have KD Stafford.
Oh, nice.
As a follow up, and Katie as a follow up to when I had Dave Schrader on this last Friday,
which was an excellent show. Did a really good job.
That's
really
awesome.
Yeah, great.
That's awesome.
And he was great.
I'd like to take that trip to Egypt with him.
I was looking into it. I'm showing Chris. I'm like, oh my God, I want to go.
That's with Dave Schrader.
Yeah. Yeah. He's hosting that thing and he gets to go to some pretty cool places.
Yeah.
It's going to the Great Pyramid and it's a big list. I think it's like 12 days.
It's 12 days. Yes.
Itinerary. Yes. It's a pretty cool trip. And that same company has also got, our friend James Anito going to Romania,
Dominion Ministries,
trip.
Wow.
And that one I'm pretty jealous of. I just basically want to know if they sell Count Chocula in Romania.
Oh my God, I knew you were going to say that. Hey, that's my family over there, so it's my ancestors.
Vla.
I mean, hey, you got to think about it. I
would love to go.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful country.
My mom's last name is Counts, so
you have royal blood in you.
We have Count blood in us.
She just has fangs.
I don't have fangs. I love a Christmas. And Australia.
Arg. That's the pirate in me. There's also a trip to Greece that looks amazing.
Yes, we want to go to that too.
So that is all
Hecate.
bucket list stuff. And speaking of Hecate, we have a little setup that we're going to play while we do the Estes Method together. So if you're just joining us, I see some people have joined. We're going to do a little Estes Method experiment. Greg and I are both going to be blindfolded and listening to our spirit boxes. We will not be able to hear anything but our spirit boxes. Kristen is going to moderate this one, which is the reverse of what we just did on Greg's show, Metaphysical Crossings. And we have set up a scrying mirror for tonight. And I'm going to put us over to that. Let's see. And you can see the mirror there. So
what's in front of it?
If you're checking this out, you can look into the mirror as it goes. We've done a little bit of witchery Oh, we see Bigfoot Anon out there. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you
Thank
doing?
you for joining. This was just an unannounced one-off show. We were just talking like, hey, let's go live and do it again. So that's what we're doing. And take a peek at that. Are you in the little corner? Did that work?
Yeah.
Should be.
Do you want me to pan in on it more?
Oh, you know it. It's not on. There it is. There it is. So that's going to be the setup. And Greg will be under, and Kristen is going to write down what is done. So let me
What
grab
is said.
what is said.
You want to make that screen bigger?
You know, I don't have a real way of doing that, or I'm a novice at it. I rarely use some of these other functions that I have on this kind of camera board. But we do have two cameras in the studio. One is one for investigations, has an IR and all that stuff, but I've got that turned off and got it pointed at our mirror. We've also got a little statue of Osiris there. You can see who is the Egyptian god of the dead. He's the original, the OG.
The OG.
God of the dead, as opposed to Anubis, who would take over that role later. Osiris and Isis were married, and they were basically the Adam and Eve of Egyptology,
brother and sister,
Egypt mythology.
Yes.
And when he died, he was killed by his younger brother Set, who was pretty evil, and chopped them up into pieces and spread them around Egypt. There's a whole story there. I won't get into it, but the OG Lord of the Underworld is Osiris, and you can see him there.
We also love, like I said, Hecate.
We have Hecate.
We have
stuff going. We have
Anubis.
some tributes to her as well.
And we have
as
elementals and
interesting skull over there that may light up if something touches it. So stay tuned to that. I'm going to get ready to set myself up.
Okay, should I go get up now and do the camera?
You know what? You can just leave it. Just
yeah. You don't
carry
want to
that on.
Carry on.
Carry on. Carry on, wayward son. You ready? I see you setting up shop.
All right. I need to call you.
We're going to do 25 minutes, right?
We are doing the Estes method.
Okay. I am now unplugged headset-wise from the board.
Okay, I'm going to be out, so you just give me a thumbs up when you guys are ready to go.
Okay. Listen.
I got
to get him to go.
Once you're ready, I was going to do it right here. Just so start. I got it. Ready to go. Good.
Ready?
Okay, I'm going to call you when we're done.
Okay.
How many minutes?
I need the blindfold.
Take your headphones.
So tap me when we start. Tap.
Okay.
Me. You got to hit that button.
Okay.
Okay. We're going.
Okay. What we're doing is trying to see if we can communicate with spirits back and forth from Greg's area to ours. Ready?
Number. Most.
Look. Hey.
Thank you. I.
Not. Look who's talking. What?
Tonight.
Who's talking tonight?
Frank.
Pioneer.
Spirits say.
What did the spirits say?
They're talking
Can they talk
to me.
Can they talk to Greg too at the same time? Both of you? Can you talk to Greg as well? Is Chris?
Ask her, she'll know.
Ask her.
Sauna.
Who am I asking? Who are they talking to? And ask her. Who's her?
It's time. Feel it.
What am I feeling?
Drip.
We're feeling a drip. What's dripping? What are we feeling?
Hey,
Please.
Is it bottled
Jack.
water? Who's Jack? Who's Jack?
Hey.
Don't waste your time.
Fight. I'm pushing. You. Fought.
You don't sound pleasant. What's
The
wrong?
cat.
Of course, it's the cat. My cat's name is Jack.
Can you see them?
Can we see who?
Boots.
Who are we seeing? What? Who would you like us to see?
Spirit is still.
I can feel it.
What can you feel?
He's waiting.
It's it. I'm trying, damn it. Fine.
He's back.
Okay. Who's back? Do you have a name?
Great.
Wings.
Greg.
Bring back him.
Oh. Is he in heaven? And who is him?
You like it? To feel?
It's a warrior.
What is his name?
Good.
Please talk to Greg and Chris together.
Because you're somebody.
What is his name? He's the warrior.
We are.
It's a pleasure. Come here.
Where's
Don't
here?
push me. Spirits.
Where's here?
13.
Nope. Want to know where's here?
Sounds like this. Wolf.
How many
A
spirits?
wolf.
How many spirits are here? Are there 13
My conscience
spirits here?
won't.
Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Do you have a message for us, Chris and Greg?
Foolish.
Why?
Help.
You need help? Is this Bobby I'm speaking to?
He's come back for us.
Who's us?
Black jaw opens.
Okay. He's come back for who?
Very old.
Is there something in the black drawer that you need?
Worst. Push and pull.
Does the drawer not open? Or do you need somebody to open it for you? If we're speaking to Bobby, where's the drawer?
Feel the burning.
What's
That's
burning?
what he said.
In here.
So there's a woman back.
See the fire. An eye in my eye.
Same time.
Can see.
Wow.
Everybody.
What happened? How'd the fire start?
11.
Don't have to believe.
But we do believe.
8. They don't work anymore. They don't.
What doesn't work anymore?
Eight.
What do you hate?
Oh,
Feel right anew. Good.
Where was there a fire?
it's beautiful.
Asshole. Whip.
Oh, great. Can you talk to Greg at the same time as you are as Chris, please?
They want to be heard.
Who wants to be heard?
Hurt. Stab. 7.
Let them be heard. Let us speak to them, please.
Doesn't matter.
Why? We're listening. We want to help you.
Crime.
Tell us how we can help you.
Every. Skin.
$40.
It's wrapped, you know it.
What's $40?
Kristen, you let a rabbit
Of course I do.
drink.
Yep.
Message.
What do you have a message? What's your message? We will all try to help you.
Been waiting.
Well, we're here. It's time. Please, between Greg and Chris.
It's good.
Why aren't you telling us? Please, we want to help you.
Coming quickly.
Okay. Who or what is coming quickly?
No rush.
What's no rush? It's coming quickly, but no rush.
Firstly,
The
they're
sun.
expunged. Full.
What's fun?
Supreme.
Right out.
What's full?
Have to honor them.
Who are we honoring?
Death, me poison. She is.
Who are we honoring?
Sit here. Wait. Horny.
Came to see you.
Great. Who came to see you? Whoever. Who'd you come to see?
Stop.
What do you want us to stop?
Yeah.
Respect.
Prick.
Always respect. Okay, we have two different conversations here. Okay, we're going to try to respect everybody, every
Bitch.
Yep, soul. So we have two different conversations.
You can come.
Chris.
Please try to
Stab it really deep.
between Chris and Greg.
Terrible.
We're not doing that.
Drunk.
Do you have a message for Greg as well?
Solstice.
I refuse to listen.
Who are you?
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Reach in
It's great.
for
What are you reaching in for?
touch. Worry about
Mm-hmm.
so many something, and it's good.
So we're here.
Okay.
Heather.
Who's Heather? Is that the plant? Or is that your name?
Who else are you waiting for?
Ooh.
There's no one else.
Amateur. Mistake. You go home.
My home is cleansed. So is this one.
Mistake. A mistake. For her.
Who's her? Do you have a name? Or is it still Heather?
Keep sane.
What's a mistake?
Come out.
Nope, gonna focus on this. What's a mistake?
See me?
That actually just came up a lot here. Where are we supposed to see you?
I am here.
Okay.
Sick joke.
Beginning.
What's a sick joke? Is this still Heather?
very powerful.
Mm-hmm. It's very powerful. Who is very powerful? Do you know the names? What name did they go by?
Is this Frank? What?
Follow the sun.
Frank who? Frank who?
You're next. Not mine.
Love my horses.
In your head. Look.
Call Greg. They had to call Greg.
The chat.
I got it. Well, this was quite interesting.
A new rain. He said.
Did you call him? Yeah.
He's pure.
You might have another few seconds. 46 seconds.
I had to redo the time because your phone went off.
Oh. Oh, it did?
Yeah, so.
Okay. That's so weird. Greg is still under.
Yes.
Okay.
Got to, like,
There we go. We got him out.
rise from your grave. What's that game? Altered Beast.
I have no idea what is going on here.
I used to love Altered Beast.
Well, that was really interesting. Okay, I have like 3 pages.
There he's back.
There
He's back. What's up, good sir?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty deep.
In all fairness,
That was me.
that's okay.
Let me get off it.
Did any of it make sense?
Come on, Greg.
Steve.
Hey, Steve,
Sorry
what's up?
about that.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff in the background. A lot of weird stuff, period. That was weird.
I found that out before, too.
The noise starts to become words. And
Did you hear that lady?
I had a mix. I had female and male voices, but sometimes they were stringing together the same sentence. So I didn't have them distinct. Did you have them separated as different voices?
Yes.
That is cool.
And then there was like a conversation, but there were more than, I would say there were like 5. And there was, like you said, a mix, but there were like 5 of them. Before that happened, I wasn't getting a female voice at all. And then that one came through, and it sounded really peculiar.
Right, and I know you said in the last show, and anybody who joined us late, we were just doing this on Greg's show, Metaphysical Crossings. Kristen did the Estes with Greg, and you had mentioned, Greg, that there were 2 male voices in the last
Right.
session. This one, there were more voices. Are you using the same spirit box, same settings?
Yes. No, I was going back and forth from FM to AM,
Oh,
Okay.
and I was keeping my speed around 200.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at
200 to 250, and that seems to be the best on that. I think another thing that for the foreseeable future, I think it might not be a bad idea if we go ahead and bring the nanocoms in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not opposed
Just
to
to,
using the
just
Nanocom.
to,
Sure.
just
My,
to see.
Issue is that we don't have a headphone out on ours. Ours is so
Yeah.
custom. We don't have that.
Oh,
part.
that's right.
But it
Yeah.
had some other thing that you didn't have. Do you have the wheel? I don't have
No,
it.
you got the wheel. I've got the side. I have a side speaker on it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they are different. And anybody hasn't seen us talk about these before. These are made
There's the
by
two of them.
Katie and Katie Stafford. It's a Supernatural Ink, and they're one-offs. These are very rare. It's the Nanocom 2. I think these are the only 2 out
Yes.
there, but they're different from each other. So it's like
We have our logo.
2.1, 2.2. Right.
Yeah.
We got a horse on there. Yeah.
Oh, it's really
It's
cool
pretty
the
cool,
way
but we
you
don't have to
did
speak out.
your
So
logo.
it's loud. It would have to share some of that with the audience, but they would hear it in real time.
All right. So you boys have to watch this over again, because at some point they were talking both together, but then went off on different paths here. So I don't know who you were talking to. But one was Greg said, can't see. And then you said, black drawer opens, worse, push pull. This is what Chris said. Feel burning in here, see the fire in the eye, in my eye. He goes, and Greg goes, can't see, which was really bizarre. We got 11, we have 7, which, yeah.
There were some numbers there.
Yeah. There was Heather from you and Bobby from Greg.
Now, were you asking anything like what's your name or?
Yes, I was asking a whole bunch of questions.
Okay.
So.
Was it relative is what I mean.
Well, it's some of it was, yeah, a little bit.
No, it's sometimes, and this is, I'm sure the way you picked it up too, is the fact that sometimes there's a little gap between when the answers come actually through.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, absolutely. We wait for them. Yes.
So in that respect, you can almost pick them out of the air. I was starting to get something like that too, believe it or not. At least that's the impression I was getting, like they were dropping them. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
The words.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very strange. I definitely felt like I was in a deep state. And
if I was a leaf, if a word was a leaf,
right,
that would be a good way to put it. That was fallen. Because it was said at least 2 or 3 times.
A leaf.
And it was almost like it was a drop.
I think I said Frank as well.
You did. I'm like, who's? You have to watch this. I'm like, Franco.
There were a few names.
Yeah, you said, Kristen, you have a rabbit.
Names.
Kristen used to have a rabbit.
It's about the rabbit drinking the.
Yep.
It made me think when I said it and I heard it about the rabbits when we were in Shrewsbury.
Yeah, how we got Bigfoot and the bunny. Yeah.
Feed them.
Go ask Kristen when she's 10 feet tall.
I was like, oh. Yeah, right. White rabbit.
It says, Chris, stab
I get some crazy words then.
Stab it really deep. Terrible drunk. I refuse to listen. Reach in for it. Touch, worry about. So many. It's okay. It's good. Then you said Heather.
And did it seem like whatever was speaking to me was speaking to Greg? And
that's what I kept trying to implement here. Yeah, I'm trying to. We'll talk to Greg too. Yeah.
It's tough. I know. And if you're watching this, it's a tough gig to try to write it down and make sense of things while ask questions.
Right.
It's a lot on the moderator. But to piece it, and a lot of times we play these things back. We go, oh, now it makes sense.
Right.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you have to go back and listen to it again.
That was pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm glad we did another one.
Me too.
Me too.
Thanks for the idea.
You're very welcome.
Joining us on this little crazy.
Well, it's always really neat,
Crazy train.
when things happen like this. I don't know if it's going to follow me now.
What do you mean?
As far as we're going to go ahead and say a prayer.
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Please.
I'll let you run with that. You have that
Yes, you do. We have our stuff here.
Archangel Michael prayer down pretty well.
Got him in the back.
I like that.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who wander through the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. So you got to stay there. You got to stay right in that screen.
Stay in the screen. Do not come to our
You're not welcome to come to either one of our homes.
Right. Ashe. Amen. Someone to be.
Amen.
Excellent.
Awesome. And when we're done with doing what we're doing tonight, we do the same thing. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's more involved, so
Yeah.
it's hard to do it quickly.
Obviously.
We need some shorter ones, but we're working on that.
we incorporate our own things, so it works out well.
Yeah, we do. This has been fun. I really enjoyed this. What do you got coming up for shows? I think you mentioned you have Katie.
Katie is
on Friday. Katie Stafford, and then you got Metaphysical Crossings next Wednesday.
And that's going to be, we're probably going to go ahead and do the group.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back to KD again, to Katie and Lexi.
Okay.
Right.
And then we'll come back to you guys.
So
I was thinking of trying, I put out a word to Bruce Holiday.
Okay.
Bruce is not interested in the Estes.
Okay. Well, some people aren't. So,
but
I
do have some other people, because right after KD, the next show I have Ron Iacovetti.
Oh yeah, he's an ITC guy, right?
He's coming on.
Yeah.
And after
I don't know
that,
him personally, but I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with who he is.
Yeah, they do some remarkable work. I mean, the verbiage that comes out is unbelievable. It's like Steve Halte's stuff with Katie.
Does he do some direct voice response stuff as well?
Yes.
Where there's no scanning of the stations at all. You're on a fixed station.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
And I saw I have an opening on the 23rd I'm going to go ahead and fill. And on the 30th, I have Chattanooga Paranormal.
oh, cool.
Nice.
And they're a group that I ran across through Ronnie D from Old South Pittsburgh, and now the new Haunted Harriman Hospital.
Okay.
Down in the eastern part of Tennessee.
Okay.
Because he owns both of them.
Oh, wow.
And Harriman is off the charts.
Nice.
Anything
no
like
matter-
Allegheny.
Pardon?
Anything like Allegheny. Allegheny. That's what it is.
Allegheny, Trans Allegheny.
Yeah.
Harriman is brand new. They've only opened Harriman up, I want to say it's like 3 months now.
Wow.
Nice.
And it was closed for like,
how long was it closed for?
15 years, something like that.
Wow. Wow, that's
Old South Pittsburgh though is the one that's that was my baptism under fire, to say the least. When we got out of the car, it was like I was just overwhelmed by it. Then we were on the backside of the hospital. I think I told you the story about going up to the doors.
Tell it again, please.
We got out of the car. We had been driving for 10 hours. And I said, well, I'm going to stretch my legs, because we were waiting for the people to let us in. So I'm walking behind the building, and Mike Wright, who's another guy in our group, he was behind me, and we were going down this sidewalk, and ahead of us was a set of double glass doors, and it was all glass on top and glass down the sides. And behind it used to be an opening to the emergency room. And there was another set of doors back there, but it was all plywooded off so nobody could break in.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I got within 15 feet of the doors, and both of the doors, it was just like one of those illusions where you start to hear the noise, and then you could see the glass doing one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And the doors were going back, and you see the handles going back and forth like this. And the noise was to the point where Mike is behind me, and he starts going, what are you doing to the doors? And I turn around and look at him. I says, Michael, they're like 12 feet away from me. And I'm not getting any closer. You know what I mean?
I'm
so,
out.
And it went on like that for a good 15 count.
Wow. That's spooky.
I mean, they were just, the energy was there to the point where it was unbelievable.
Oh, we have
and then it stopped. And, I looked at him and I says, I wish I would have had my phone out.
Yeah.
But, or had a body cam or anything like that. And it would have been awesome. But anyway, he is a lot bigger than me. He's a lot taller than me. Mike is. Mm-hmm. So I started to record on my phone, and I says, I need you to do me a favor and go up there and grab the handles, and as hard as you can, I want you to go ahead and just shake the crap out of those handles as hard as you can. It wasn't even a third as loud.
Okay.
Wow.
And the glass never moved.
Oh, we really need to go there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'd be scared shitless, but yet I'd be there.
What do you think? Well, it's a hospital, right? So
it was, yes, it was a hospital.
Innumerable possibilities.
It was one of those southern hospitals that everybody, all the doctors knew all the patients, and they even went to the head doctor was the one that owned the hospital. So there wasn't any staff or board or anything like that. It was just his hospital. And he had a nurse that had grown old, and she was getting ready to retire, and she had no place to live. There he is. There he goes.
Come on, Steve. You got to go with us.
That's in old South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. And she ended up living up on the third floor, and she ended up dying up there. And those are the pictures that I have of the nurse and her cat.
Right.
There's that picture, and then there's the one that was taken.
That's the same place with the doors. Okay, I got you.
5 years previous to that,
you did show.
There was an apparition, almost see-through apparition, opaque, that at the bottom had the same cat.
Oh,
wow!
That was 5 years before that.
Wow.
So she's still there, I imagine, and her cat's still there too.
Yeah. I'm sure.
And Ronnie D, who owns there, and he had done a just amazing job on cleaning that place up and making it to where it's like a hospital again.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a place that's in disarray, total disarray, and filled with garbage, and mold and everything else.
Asbestos.
It can't be any good for the spirits at all. So
Yeah,
you're
no other people
attracting
investigating, really.
you're attracting different types of spirits.
Sure.
And once he got it all finished off, there are still quite a few spirits there, but they're not of the same variety that they were in the beginning. There was a story of a girl that had gone ahead and done a little bit too much with one of these spirits and really aggravated it, and she ended up collapsing, and they took her to the hospital, and she was bleeding internally, and there was no way that she could have been hurt. Right.
Oh my goodness.
And they just saved her.
Wow.
So that's just one of those little crazy stories that you hear. And I know I've seen some other pictures of, in the hallway, there was this thing that stood probably 7 feet tall and had horns on top of his head that was like the size of, what was that old wrestler that died?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. That would be, and I saw that picture, and then there was another one, and it was like a human head on all fours, and it had giant claws on the ends of its toes and feet. So when you take a dog and you take them across a tile floor, the noise it makes.
Yes. The nails.
There you go.
Wow.
Screw that. I would tap out.
That almost sounds like a demon of the Goetia.
Exactly. Oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Hybrid.
But I don't know. I think that whatever they did, they ended up getting rid of them.
So they must have cleansed and blessed and just
literally they were no longer. They were no longer comfortable there.
No, I can't imagine.
Steve says not going. Changed his mind on it.
Yeah, we were going, but at certain points we'll tap out like I do to Chris.
I mean, granted, you hear stories all the time about different places, and the only people that really know are the ones that it happens to. But
Exactly.
when I saw that thing coming around the corner,
oh no,
that was too much.
Yes. Do you get like feelings? Do you like when it's coming around the corner? Is it just fear, or what do you feel when something like that comes towards you?
I used to say it's the next best thing to getting shot at.
Oh my God. Okay, I like that.
Well put.
It's total boredom followed by 4 or 5 seconds is sheer chaos
of holy shitness.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
Holy shitskis.
You find a lot of activity moves that way. I've noticed that a lot of times when things happen, they seem to happen in succession, and you have a few minutes where things do get a little chaotic, and there's paranormal occurrences going on around you, different sensations, whether it's your emotional state or the temperature and EMF meters, REM pods, whatever it might be. It all seems to happen in a little quick succession. Often, not all the time, but
I'm starting to pick up more as far as my senses are concerned, and I'm feeling them when they move, like in front of me.
That's good. You're learning and growing. Yeah.
I know that they're there, so I usually talk to them. But the night that it happened at Ashmore Estates, I wasn't talking to him.
Nope.
Because he came out of a cold corner and went right in front of me, and it was like, goodbye, goodbye. Go as far as you want.
Yeah.
And he was going to another girl that was with us.
Oh, really?
And this guy was the guy that sort of ran the workshop for keeping everything going. He was like the tool man. Not that he was Tim the Tool Man, but
yeah,
I was just thinking that Taylor.
It was the maintenance.
Yeah.
He's the tool man. Yeah.
Tool man.
But
You got some great tools.
it was there's been a lot of stuff, but I try to keep everything in the right perspective.
What's a bucket list for you?
Yeah.
I've been to Rome. I've been to the catacombs there.
I'd love to go there.
I've been to the Vatican. I've been a lot of places. Heidelberg. I was in Munich. These were all places after the war, because I still had friends that were in the military and they were all stationed in Germany. So we took 6 weeks, I think, 6 or 7 weeks, and we just went on this big roll. And we went to Venice and Florence and Rome. We got kicked out of a church in Florence because we were making too much noise, and the Monsignor got pissed because we were a little loaded at the time.
Oh shit.
So he got real mad at us and started pointing towards the door and said, now.
Get out.
And they had all the beautiful artwork and all this stuff, and
I'm sure it was gorgeous.
we were being disrespectful. So I understand.
You're young.
Things happen.
You were crazy.
Yeah, we all were.
And then
More than others, though.
the whole entire time in Italy, I would run around with these huge bottles of wine that looked like 5-inch shells,
Oh yeah.
And they were always open. And in Venice, we'd get on these boats that would go around the canals. And it's like commuter time in the morning for these people that were going to work wherever they went. And I'd be in the back just drinking.
Guzzling.
I was on like a 30-day toot.
Hey, good for you.
Hey, we all need a bender once in a while.
And if you go to Venice, make sure that you tie yourself to a rope, okay? Because you will never find your way back, especially in the dark.
Good Lord.
Because there's nothing there. When you're in the dark, you're in the dark. And there's all these little bridges that you will go across. And every one of these buildings looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Not as much fun as being in Munich and being in the red light.
Especially after enough wine. Right?
Yeah, you're like
being in the red light.
Yeah, look, kids, this Big Ben.
the red light district in Munich.
Mm-hmm.
That was really something, because it was like going to a candy store and you just start walking down the block and they're in the windows.
Yeah, the windows.
Yeah.
The storefronts, the buildings, and they're selling their wares, whatever.
Kind of like the
Wares.
Amsterdam one.
It's
Yeah.
Amsterdam,
It was like, Greg, if you don't start paying attention to where you're going, you're gonna run right into a lamppost.
Wow. That's awesome, though. It's great. It's a good memory.
That's good. Where do you want to go that you haven't been to yet? What is on the bucket list that you want to investigate paranormally? Not just.
I really like to do it down in Mexico.
Yeah. I
like to go back to like Chichen Itza or whatever.
Chicken pizza. Yep.
Chicken pizza. Exactly. That's what we used to call it.
Really?
Yeah, I used to call it chicken pizza too.
Chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza, you said to me one day. I'm like,
my kids, my son got married. My oldest son got married down there on the beach. And we took a bus and we went to whatever it is.
Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
And we were there and they climbed the pyramid. And it was like, Dad, and that was the day they tried to kill me 3 times.
Oh my God.
If I understand it, I think there's some undiscovered they sort of know it's there, right? Isn't there something underneath it?
Yeah, it's ground.
They still need to excavate.
Radar. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they've closed it off from walking up and down.
You can't walk up and down the pyramid anymore.
Which is really a bummer.
Oh, that's because there's nothing to hold you on the top.
It's too many people,
and the steps are only like 5 or 6 inches wide.
God,
so when you're on the top and you look down, from the top.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to have any steps at all.
Good Lord. I'm good with
No
that.
kidding. Wow.
So I froze.
Can imagine.
It's 90 degrees. I'm hyperventilating. I'm at the top. All the kids are on the corners of the outside taking all these selfies. And I'm stuck to the wall. Like I've been stapled to it. I'm not leaving it no matter what. And it's like, get away. Somebody's going to fall.
How did you get down?
realize
Did you
this.
climb down backwards?
My middle son still works. I worked climbing when I was young. And when I quit drinking, I lost all that ability because I didn't have any more courage to do that. I was scared shitless.
Sure.
So I said, I can't get down. And he says, Dad, come on with me. And he got me to the first top of the step. And there was a rope, but the rope was like 15 feet down, was where the rope started. And I just went, I'm never going to make it.
No.
He said, don't worry about it. And he sort of held me by my butt and just sort of lowered me that way until I got a hold of the rope.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, holy crap.
Can't imagine.
Sounds like
And
a
then
good...
after we left there and we went to one of those underground lagoons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cenote?
Whatever it was.
It's the big pool with the round ones? Yes, cenote.
And it had a hole in the ceiling. And
the natural springs type
They
thing.
said, come on, Dad, we're going to jump in. And I'm with them and they, yeah, okay. And I started following them and we went around the inside of there and we got to the point where people were jumping. And I got to the edge and I looked down. It's like 6 high dives high.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And it was like, come on, GK.
Come on.
You could do it, GK. I jumped and my whole entire life went right before my eyes.
I can imagine.
And I hit so that my butt and my legs were like this. So it was like a liquid.
Ooh.
Whatever you want to call it.
Like an enema or what?
Yeah, like that. Like
get a clean out.
I hit it so hard.
I would have done a cannonball.
And they were all screaming, GK, like this as I came to the surface. And it was like, and I had water coming out my ears and every place else.
Can't imagine. That's wonderful. What a wonderful
cool
experience.
Thing to see, yeah. It's a good
but
memory.
they did. They were trying to kill me for my insurance.
No, they were. I'm telling you, children, you said that.
That's okay. They already know it. I mean, I told that story. When I tell it, they tried to kill me. They didn't want me to come back from Mexico.
Yeah,
but
well, I'm sure.
That was great.
Mexico looks like a good time.
Well, it did at one point in life. I would love to go see Teotihuacan. There's something about that kind of attracts me.
Yeah.
To it. But my favorite place is Göbekli Tepe. For some reason, it's Turkey.
In Turkey, yep.
A bunch of stuff that I'm kind of connected to, basically.
The civilization is older than what we have.
Absolutely.
Oh, exactly. There's some, they claim there's a lot of claims to having this whole entire planet being civilized way before we even had the dinosaurs.
That's right. I heard an interesting factoid the other day about T-Rexes, Tyrannosaurus Rex, that they were around for millions of years, and there should be literally hundreds of millions of Tyrannosaurus Rex skeletons that could be found, but they've only found like, I don't know,
a couple hundred.
I don't even know if it's that much.
Yeah.
But there should be millions of them. I mean, the stuff disappears after time, so you don't know. Entire civilizations could come and go, and we'd have no idea. All our structures and stuff.
Like Atlantis.
It could have been
Lemuria,
all kinds of things. We've had these mass extinction events.
Yes,
that we know about. Some of them we don't know about all of them, and you just wonder, how did man survive? The
tectonic
impact
plates. We could have
on the Yucatan Peninsula there. They took out the dinosaurs. It took them out, and most of them within seconds,
Mm.
within a day.
Yeah.
And
They
then
were
some
incinerated, totally
Yeah.
gone.
just gone.
That would
I
explain
don't know
where
how
a lot
anything
of them
survived
went,
that.
though. I mean,
You know,
as far as the
things
bones
been
are concerned,
underground.
they would be
Well,
totally
yeah,
gone.
incinerated, right? The bones and things, yeah, and stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where all the lizard people come from.
Don't get me started with lizard people.
The lizard people.
Hecklefish.
I like that accent on the way you say it. Don't get me started.
It's a
Don't
shout
get me
out.
started on the lizard people.
Don't get me
The
started.
Y Files is a show we like on
Yes,
YouTube.
the Y-Files.
Totally recommend people check it out if they haven't already.
They are really.
They
He's
do.
really.
They
good.
do a great job with it. He does a good job with it.
Yeah,
No,
It's gonna-
that's fantastic.
he's gonna.
Now I don't know when I'm going to go to sleep now.
I don't either. I don't think Chris does either.
Linda says the concussion power got them first, and did that tear apart their bones?
Maybe.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they would have lived and died long before that event for millions of years. They were around for 100 million years or something. And I'm just talking off the top of my head. I think it might be a lot longer than that. That's how long they think they were,
Around.
traipsing around the earth. So there should just be all these fossils. They should be relatively easy to find, and they're not.
Steve, you're a history teacher. What are your thoughts on that? Steve O'Clair.
He's just laughing so hard.
Yeah. That was your
I think you liked your
experience
story,
of
though.
the cenote.
He
So
probably
noted.
thinks I'm a Looney Tune, is what he thinks.
No, not at all.
No, he knows
No,
us, so
he
he
knows
knows
you.
if we're talking to you, you got to be a Looney
Yeah.
Tune.
And I'm not even bringing any of my fishing adventures into this, which is even crazier.
Oh, you and Chris could go for hours with that.
Steve says, we don't know how many structures were built. Most archaeologists believe they were extremely talented.
Oh yeah.
High technology, basically.
Good.
That's why all
Times.
the people from the other planets are below.
And he's an English teacher. He's correct.
He's an English.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna spank him
oh
later.
my god.
He's gonna spank me later.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Steve.
I thought you were a history
I
teacher.
gotta do this if you were an English teacher. Me and English teachers never got along. I'm sorry. Mr. Cass, I'm going to give you a D.
Did you get the
Listen,
rap on
why?
the knuckles?
D.
Because
ruler?
because your spelling is atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, Steve knows about this. So the cemetery we're thinking about doing the
Yes.
next metaphysical crossings with you is Elder Baloo Cemetery in Cumberland, Rhode Island, that Steve is very familiar with. He's from Cumberland and lives close by. And we got to get together. We want to do some more investigating of that location in general. I actually saw a figure there, and then come to find out he was a grayish figure. And I saw it just long enough to tell Kristen about it, because I don't, it was one of those things. I just saw it and I was like,
You had to
back
be
to
there at
that,
the time. It was split second. You don't
Yeah.
have your phone. I had a recorder on though.
yeah, I couldn't have snapped the picture in time anyways. It just came and went so fast. But the figure was gray, and that's how I described it. And then we looked into it later. Apparently the gray man has been spotted there before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So yes.
Most definitely. So yeah, Chris looked into it. Hi, Lori.
Yeah, no, there's a lady who knows her hauntings.
That's right.
What's going on? How are you doing, Laurie?
Lori Ann Sweet.
Yes, she is sweet too.
And Linda Judd is a fantastic person. I know
The
that.
right leader in life.
She always
And
has
she
the
says
best
yes.
questions on the planet. I don't know where she comes up with them at, but they could stymie the heck out of you.
We're glad you're doing well.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, this has been a good time.
Awesome.
I'm glad we get to do a part 2. If
Yes.
you joined us late, there is a part 1 to this, and it is on shadow hunters, paranormal investigations and events. You can find on Facebook. Do a search for that, and it'll come right up, and you'll see us. And I believe I put links on Bigfoot and the Bunny and Dark Horse Paranormal as well.
Thank you.
I did on my page as well.
Yeah, we are all up late. We were doing this show
Yeah.
a little earlier, and we just wanted to keep it going.
Yeah.
Who do you got tomorrow night?
You know what? We're going to do our own show tomorrow night. Topic show most likely on how to manufacture a ghost. We're going to talk about Philip the Ghost. We're going to talk about tulpas, maybe even sex magic.
Where the hell that come
Sex magic?
That's right. That's
I
right.
ain't doing that on air.
No.
I'm running like
There's
hell
an
right now
adult practice
myself.
to
No,
create a spirit. Yes.
Holy cow.
Sorry, no.
You got a sex man.
Sex man. Look at Lori's all set to go.
Oh, she's awesome.
Says, do tell,
Fucking
do
fun.
tell.
Did you?
Well, we will.
No.
We will. We're going to do that tomorrow night. Dark West Paranormal, 9:00.
That'll be later.
We we're going to discuss that tulpas and different things as well, egregores, and also just the psychology behind it. If you believe it, it seems to exist, as in the experiments that created Philip the Ghost.
Right.
So then what's Saturday then?
Saturday we do have a guest, but I don't know who it is.
I don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm sorry. God, we're so professional.
Yeah, I didn't look it up on the show.
I'll tell you what, I feel, I'm just this desk and everything.
Hopefully they're not watching.
Totally a disarray.
No, we understand.
Is that Tantra sex? Well, Tantra does play a role in sex magic, but not necessarily in the creation of, from what I've read.
He's going to have me going north, south, east, west later. So please.
We'll get a little more in depth. We'll get in deep on that subject tomorrow.
Lord.
Don't bring your compass.
Right? And we have it too.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. No, I'm kidding.
I do bring the compass to investigations, though.
I like that compass.
That comes from Hans Holzer.
Yep.
I think it was Yankee Ghosts. I read about that when I was a kid. So, yeah, that was a good book back in the day.
Linda, sorry.
Before we had TVs that were colorized. And at least in my house.
Remote control.
Or we had one color TV and 2 black and white.
Good Lord, let's not talk about that.
Well,
your first TV was a black and white?
Oh, God, yeah. I had a black and white for forever. No.
I love her. I love you, Lori.
She said, pardon the pun, deep.
Yes, deep.
Okay.
Okay.
We had one that had a screen that big.
And he puts his fingers up. We were talking about deep, and he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
how big was that fish you caught?
We're having fun with you. But we remember that because him and we were talking about this, and when we were kids, we had like TVs like that big, and they were black and white. And we used to watch Benny Hill on them at like 12 o'clock at night.
Right.
Showing our age is not a good thing.
Maybe see a boob on Benny Hill. It was almost like porn.
There goes everybody. There's no way they're going to sleep that night. All the little boys running around the house.
Get those rabbit ears just right. You might be able to see it.
He was good.
With a coat hanger for an antenna, Steve said.
Yes, and tin foil. Don't forget about the foil on the rabbit ears.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you had an antenna on the roof. And
they
still have
lightning.
Antennas, though. Antennas are nice now. The HD antennas. That's a pretty cool thing to have to get
I have one.
channels.
I love it. So
I think when we first got a TV, I think we had 2 channels.
Yeah, it's like us, about 3 channels.
You had the 3 main ones,
the
UHF,
and ABC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we understand. We're like your age. Come on. We know.
You got.
I remember our first black and white TV, and it had a knob for about 10 stations.
Oh, you're way too young.
Exactly.
I wonder about that. That's right.
Yes,
That's
too. Us too. Everybody, I guess, had that. And then you're trying to get like what is our UHF channels, and you get 56 or 38. You couldn't get 38. 56,
in our area.
And you got to put the rabbit ears up on it, and you got to keep like sitting there with your hand on it. Well, I did.
Dad used to stay up and watch UHF 32, and he used to watch the dancing girls that were on there.
Oh, was it not Solid Gold? What was that?
It was some weird thing that had a bunch of girls with feathers.
Oh wow, yeah.
They were like almost like what's that
Back
French thing?
Yeah. You got the.
Remember Love American Style?
Wow.
They were up pretty late.
Bored.
If you were watching Love American Style.
She says, that's when I voted for JFK. I was a kid. I knew he was going to win. How could you vote for him if you were a kid, Linda?
Linda, we weren't born them. Sorry.
There's support behind it.
Yeah, support him.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
And
Now I'm sad because
Yeah,
I'm
right.
old.
and I'm up way past my bedtime.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, but this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much again, Greg.
Oh, hey,
you.
it's been awesome. I
Absolutely.
thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it.
Thank
Us
you.
too.
I look
Yes,
forward to
thank
watching
you.
these back and to catch what we missed.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Especially
I
for
will.
the people that are blindfolded, you don't really know what happened. You have no idea when you come out.
That's
Oh.
for sure. It's been a pleasure, and thank you very much for inviting me to do this with you guys.
Oh, you're
anytime.
very welcome. Anytime.
And Laurie, it was Disney then Mutual of Omaha, I think, but I'm not really sure. But I do remember those Burgess Meredith Mutual of Omaha
You know, it was weird.
episodes.
This is a synchronicity with you. Okay, Lori. I looked up, there was a childhood movie. I couldn't figure out what it was, but it was a Disney movie. It was called Child of Glass or Glass Child. I looked it up today because I used to watch it when I was a kid, and it was a Disney, and it had Mutual of Omaha on it in the front and inside. So that was weird.
Oh,
that you
gosh.
said that. Yeah, because I want to watch the movie again. It used to make me cry every year.
Did you watch the the Disney Escape from Magic Mushroom, or was it Escape
the
from
mountain.
Magic Mountain? That's what.
No mushrooms. Can't
No mushrooms out there in
imagine me.
the theme parks.
How about Buster Brown?
Buster Brown. I remember that. Was it a cartoon?
Remember Buster Brown?
I don't.
Was it a
was
cartoon?
Shoes? Pair of
Yeah,
shoes?
No, it was like they used like puppets.
Oh,
And look at now, Linda's talking about mushrooms.
Linda, you want some mushrooms?
Linda, this isn't Miami or Fort Lauderdale, and it's not Christmas break, okay?
Okay.
Well,
that
hey, you never know.
TMI, but that was good.
They grow everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You could have some
Well,
out
you got
behind
some
the shed
stories,
and not
huh?
even know it.
Oh, that was something.
All right. That's wicked funny. Well, thank you again. We appreciate you being on.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's wonderful to be here. I just enjoy it, and I'm glad.
That's our honor.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
We love having you on,
Mistake.
and we love being on your show. So
Yes.
thank you. We'll keep the rotation going. Just let us know if anything happens or you have a
Yes.
fallout. Just let
And
us
if
know.
you got, and the same thing, if you get any ideas as far as how we can refine our idea a little more,
Yeah. Let me try
let me know.
a little different direction. I don't know how the scrying worked out with people in their phones. I think
We'll
they're
find out.
But
I
I'm gonna
think
watch back.
I need to pan on the mirror just more and not have everything out in front of it. I'm going to pan in on it next time.
That's just a great idea. I mean, that's
Thank you.
I
I
It would
think
be
the
cool. We
graveyard.
wanted some audience
good idea.
participation, but I think just depending on the device you had, it was hard.
I
to
think
see.
some of the people were just doing that same thing. It was like,
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I think Nick was scared to death about the red thing behind us, but that was nothing to be scared to death about.
I think the sleep paralysis got him more than that.
Yeah.
That is a spooky thing to have sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
It's either
it's
like
the
you got to
hypno-
let it slide and just
God.
try to get out of body, or you just sit there and you're just stuck. And I hate that. That feeling is terrible.
I've done that twice in my life. I won't do that again.
Again,
Sure.
this is great. We'll
Yes.
be back tomorrow night for our show on manufacturing a ghost. And you guys can catch Greg on the Shadow Hour on Friday with Katie Stafford. And it's going to be Katie and Katie?
Katie and Katie.
Katie and Katie.
Yeah,
All right.
we love
Katie and Katie. So him and her.
Yeah, me and her. We love them.
We had the flashing cat balls earlier tonight.
Yes, it was
actually.
going
Yeah.
off like
It was
nuts.
before we started the show, we were having quite a bit of activity in here.
Awesome.
Those
We
things.
want to thank everybody too. Lori,
Thanks for showing up.
Linda, and Steve and everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Jen,
hanging
Steve.
out with
Thank you.
us.
Thanks, guys.
We
Just off
appreciate
the
it.
cuff, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you hanging out.
Glad I had an opportunity to meet a lot of you people I've never seen before. So that's really great.
That's the best part of doing this.
Thank you,
Yes,
Linda.
it is.
Make new friends and people
Right.
you may have not crossed paths with otherwise.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
night, you
Thanks again,
guys.
Rick. Good night,
All right,
guys.
good
We
night.
love
Thanks
you.
a million. Love you guys.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Love you back. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. That's all we got. We'll see you tomorrow night.